All right, welcome to the first episode of Get Into Gear. It's a podcast I'm starting to do. Got my best friend Nick here.
Oh yeah.
And his channel will be down in the description if you want to go sub to him. I highly recommend it. So, first question: why do we modify our vehicles? Like, why do we decide to do it?
Because it's a good time. It's a good time doing that kind of stuff. Absolutely.
Honestly, I think another reason that we do it is because it's something that keeps us happy. Stress free. It can be pretty stressful at times, but most of the time it's kind of relaxing to just work on your vehicle and not have to worry about much. But it's fun. It's what we enjoy doing. And now, why do you think people might dislike modifying vehicles?
I think the biggest reason is people are just kind of busy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's why many people with full-time jobs do a whole lot of modifications, just because they don't have time and they probably get sick and tired of working all day.
That's fair. But I mean, on their time off, they would be able to work on their vehicle. But then again, that's their downtime.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know. I like working on mine, but it does get frustrating when stupid stuff happens.
Like a bolt snaps.
Yeah.
That's the most frustrating part.
Yeah.
You got a cross-threaded bolt. That thing difficult to get out.
Yeah, or you had snow tires mounted at a shop, and next thing you know, your lug nut stud is missing threads because they cross-threaded it and rammed it on with their impact gun. That happened to me.
Oh yeah. Kind of figured that, but honestly, I think another reason that someone might not like it is because they just weren't properly introduced to it. They were just kind of shoved right in, with the wrong impression, and they don't want to focus on, that specific car culture.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of them things. If it's either you like it or you don't.
Yeah.
Either it's something that you will enjoy doing or something that you will not like doing.
And so let's talk about exhaust for a minute. Those people love loud exhausts. Oh, yeah. And then there's people that hate loud exhausts.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like the first modification that most people do is exhaust. For me, when I got the truck on the road, that was the first thing I actually did. I chopped off the exhaust and I had a side exit, which I'll throw up a video for you. It sounds like a goddamn lawnmower. But it was a 3.7. I got videos up about me working on the truck. So if you want to go and watch that, I'll put a playlist in the description for it. And I mean, right now with my car, I got plans for that, but I got to wait till I'm done with the truck so I can drive that while I'm working on this. Because one thing I really want to do is I want to lower it, get wider wheels for it, do a body kit, and possibly end up throwing a turbo at it sometime soon.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be fun, but at the same time, it requires a lot of money. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's another reason why I think a lot of people wouldn't enjoy it, is because it costs you a lot of money to do.
It's very expensive.
Very expensive.
I think it's worth it.
Absolutely, because it's what brings you happiness.
Yeah.
It's something that calms you down, and
all I'm saying is, if you have your vehicle and every time you park it, you don't turn around and look at it, you got the wrong one.
Oh, absolutely. Big facts.
Oh, yeah.
Big facts right there. if you can't afford to be a car person, per se, just hold off for a little bit. That's one thing that I would recommend, is hold off for a little bit, save up some money till you're stable to actually be doing this, and then go after it. Start out small, get something that's easy to work on, has a lot of aftermarket support. Just find some $500 lemon, let's per se, and then start putting some mods at it. Like, say for example, Cat Eye Chevy. Find something that's beat to hell. Use like a plow truck, for example, like a 2500 beat to hell for a couple grand. Negotiate, obviously, like if you're on Marketplace. I'll try and find something on Marketplace to throw up as an example. But those have a lot of aftermarket support, so it's very easy to...
Yeah, and parts for them are everywhere.
Yeah.
You can walk in any auto parts store and get pretty much anything for them.
Oh, yeah. U-joints, yeah, sure. Tie rod ends, those will fail on you every now and then.
Yeah.
Because, Chevy things. But, all in all, other than that, they're pretty decent trucks.
Oh, yeah.
But, the difference between getting like a gas and a diesel, your diesel is going to be so much more expensive to insure and maintain in general, because it's diesel.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. If you're starting to get into the car community, get to know people, talk to them, and just go to, like, say for example, Instagram. Use the hashtags, like car culture, this and that, for vehicles and stuff. Start looking around, like in their bio, for like where they're from, and message them, get to know them, ask them like how to properly get into the car community, because that was one thing that I kind of skimped out on, because like I really wanted to be in the car community, and I thought it was really fun and all, but that's the one thing I didn't do, was I didn't get to know people beforehand, so I didn't really know who to talk to, or like really how to talk to people about cars. So
yeah, it's kind of awkward at first.
It really is.
They'll start throwing terms around where you're like, I have no idea what the heck that is.
Yeah, and
it's a big learning curve.
And also be careful about who you talk to, because there's a lot of very toxic people in the community.
That's true. No matter what you do to your vehicle, there's always going to be someone saying, oh, that's dumb.
Exactly. Another thing I would definitely recommend... God damn it, I forgot what I was going to say.
We recommend it. Honestly, the biggest thing is, when you're modifying your vehicle, there's really no rules. You pretty much just do what you want to do. At the end of the day, it's your car. It doesn't really matter what someone else thinks.
It's your vehicle. If someone says that something you do is gay, screw them.
Yeah.
Who cares? But if you squat your truck, honestly, you're gay.
Yeah, that's one thing. You deserve that.
Yeah.
That's one criteria that just cannot be justified.
Yeah, no, squatting your truck, just how do you enjoy looking up at the sky every single time you go for a drive? Yeah. That just doesn't seem fun, personally.
Yeah.
But you do you, and if you want to do whatever your vehicle, like say for example, I know that there's a lot of Chevy guys out there. They will either lift their truck to the moon, squat it, or slam it to the ground.
Yeah.
I'd honestly say lifting your vehicle is going to be more expensive than lowering it.
Probably.
But
and they're pretty comparable work-wise, so you got to change everything out either way. But yeah.
But we're kind of getting off topic here.
Talk about different vehicle modifications.
Yeah. But honestly, no, that's kind of on track though, because we were talking about like your first modification there. You're just chopping off your exhaust.
That's great. I'd recommend it.
Yeah,
for sure.
And like, say for example, like you want to go for like more of a look, just more like a show type, not really, be loud and show, like not really show, but be able to have people hear you from a mile away.
Yeah.
Go to Marketplace, look up wheels, wheels and tires, find some that really you think would fit your vehicle, that gives it just a nice touch of flair for it, and then negotiate obviously, and see how they would look on your vehicle. Think about how you would look. Think about what you would personally do if you got them. How would the fitment be? Would you have to change anything else? Would you have to lift it or trim your fender, your bumper, anything like that? Because that's a lot of problem that people have whenever they get different wheels and tires.
Yeah.
They'll start rubbing. Like Nick Barber, he's got 37s. He rubbed with his 35s like a whole bunch, so he's gonna end up rubbing with his 37s. But I mean, personally, his truck is all right, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't think a lot of people are, but they break their necks in the parking lot because it's big lifted truck in stock parking lot. But hey, he enjoys it, so good for him.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
Talking about adding power now, that's expensive.
Yeah, that's where the big money comes in.
Yeah, because like I said earlier, I want to throw a turbo at this. The turbo that I was looking at is $6,000.
Yeah.
Once everything is said and done. I don't have that money right now. I need a different job because it's just way too much right now for that.
Yeah, and if you ask me, the power modifications are the good ones.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you're gonna start out with something for adding a little bit of power, cold air intake. Get your exhaust redone.
Headers.
Yeah, definitely. That goes with part of your exhaust.
Yeah.
But I mean, even with there's some cams out there that aren't too bad. Those will add a few extra ponies to your vehicle.
Yeah, that you might want to wait till after. The exhaust is relatively easy. I mean, you can get a lot of systems that are just clamps. I mean, you can pay weld, or if you know how to weld, you can weld it. But the simplest way, they make clamps and
just clamp it
bolt-ons.
down nice and tight. Make sure you got no leaks or anything. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely one of the easier ways to go. One of the
Yeah.
cheapest routes. Something fun to do.
Oh yeah.
Also, if you were talking about doing like something to the to look at your vehicle, honestly, I hate saying it, but Plasti Dip or debadging.
Oh, yeah. That'll be a head turner.
Yeah. I know a few people that have actually completely Plasti Dipped their vehicle, and it actually turned out pretty well because they knew how to properly do it. Plasti Dip it's complicated.
Yeah, you have to have a fine art to Plasti Dip something.
Absolutely. But I mean, debadging your vehicle, that makes it look very clean. That gives it a nice clean look.
Yeah.
So, you have anything to add?
I mean, pretty simple concept. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
if you like vehicles, go ahead, modify it.
Just take your time, do your research, go into forums, do your research. That's really the number one thing. And if you're going to do something like wiring for like lights and stuff like that, pre-plan everything.
Yeah, that's
I have a video up where I was installing the rock lights on my vehicle. Oh my god, I did not pre-plan. It went horrible.
That happened to me with my cab lights because it was
Yeah.
a Harbor Freight kit, so it was missing 3/4 of everything you needed. That was the biggest pain. Had to go over to Napa and buy new wire.
Yeah, I mean,
They
really just.
You can get a good kit, but
But that's expensive.
yeah, they're kind of pricey and they're hard to find.
Yeah.
But
I mean, everything it's high price and it's got its low price. Sometimes the low price is pretty pricey for people though, like wheels and tires, because
and there's certain things that you can cheap out on. Like you don't have to get the grade A expensive stuff all the time.
I mean, like headlight housings. That's another exterior style mod that people do.
Yeah.
That make their vehicle look different from the rest.
And those, you don't have to get the high. I mean, I got just basic Amazon housings for mine. They've been on there a year and a half now, and they're still.
And they look pretty good.
Yeah, they're still crystal clear, no problems.
If you don't mind, I'll throw a picture up on the screen about it.
That's cool.
I mean, it looks decent, and honestly, overall, it really does look pretty good compared to the stock ones that you had on there.
Well, yeah, because they were, first of all, I took them out. They came out in like 4 pieces.
Yep.
And they were also so fogged over that
you couldn't see anything at night.
no, it was borderline dangerous. So I was like,
Yeah.
well, Amazon ones it is. Throw on some LEDs, and that's fine.
Yeah. I think that really just covers about the basics of getting into the car community. So,
Not really hard for anyone to do your research.
yeah.
price stuff out.
Figure out your budget.
Yeah.
That's
Figure out what you
pricing
want to do
stuff
to your
out.
car. But-
Well, that's going to conclude the first episode of Get Into Gear with my best friend Nick here.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you had a good time.
Heck yeah.
All right. So see you guys in the next one. See ya.